Go.
Hello, I'm Harvey Winkelstein, and today on Nerd Science, we have esteemed scientist, world-renowned Ethan Cochran. Thank you for being here today with us, Ethan.
Thank you for inviting me.
Pleasure to have you. We'd like to hear about your most recent science experiment. It's taken the industry by storm, and we would very much like to hear a little bit about the question that you were trying to answer.
My question was, which cookies will taste better? Cookie A, the ones that were in the refrigerator, then baked, or cookie B, the ones that were in room temperature, then baked?
That is an excellent question that I'm sure many people have been wrestling with for years and years. We can't wait to hear about the results of your study. But before we get to that, what kind of hypothesis did you form before you actually went ahead and did your experiment?
My hypothesis that I formed was that I thought cookie A was going to taste better because I didn't want the cookies to be all hard. I want them to be fluffy.
That makes sense. People like fluffy cookies instead of hard cookies. Tell me a little bit about your experiment. How did you go about planning for your experiment? What were the materials you used and safety procedures that you put in play to make sure that everybody was safe and you didn't get hurt?
Some of my safety materials were wash your hands so you don't spread germs. Don't leave cookie dough out too long or it'll spoil and then everyone will get sick. Always have oven mitts so you don't burn your fingers off.
That's bad. You don't want to burn your fingers off.
Yeah, because then you can't cook.
That would be bad. What about some of the materials that you used in your experiment? Can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Some of my materials were cookie dough, cooling rack, a mitt, a timer, a measuring spoon, a cooking, a spatula, and a plastic container.
That's actually a lot. Who would have thought you need that much material just to do an experiment? It's amazing.
Well, you want to make sure everything goes right and you don't catch on fire.
Excellent point. Well, talk to Ethan. Can you tell me a little bit about then the procedures that you went through as you went about conducting your experiment?
Yes, I can. Some of the procedures that I went through were before I put the cookie doughs in the oven, I have to turn the oven up to approximately 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Then I would spread the cookies 2 inches apart on the tray, then put them in for about 14 minutes or until they're golden brown.
Then once the cookies were done baking, how long did you bake the cookies for?
14 minutes.
14 minutes. And then when they were finished, what did you do?
I put them on my cooling rack.
Cool.
And then for about after 2 minutes, I got my spatula and lifted them up, scooped them up, and then put them in my plastic container. But if you pick them up with your spatula right when they get out, half of it will fall off, and then you're gonna have to restart.
Yeah, that would be a mess. It sounds like.
Yes.
Did that happen at all to you, or did you?
That happened. Only one cookie fell, and I learned my lesson.
Very good. Well, in all scientific experiments, we always do learn lessons.
Yes.
Ethan, I believe we actually have a video of you conducting your experiment, don't we?
Why, yes. Yes, we do, Harvey.
Let's go to that tape now.
Right now, I'm setting the timer for 14 minutes. I'm not starting it yet, and I'm gonna put my safety glove on for safety, so I don't burn myself. Now I'm gonna go over to the oven. Yep, open it up. And then I'm gonna close it, and then as you can see, it's It's 350 degrees in there. so they can make cookies, and not be spoiled again. And then I'm going to start the timer. And then I wait for 14 minutes, and then when it beeps, I put it on the cooling tray. I just got finished baking my first batch of cookies, and now I am putting them on the cooling rack. And I baked them for 14 minutes to 12. And that's the cooking. That's the cooling rack.
Can you tell me a little bit about the variable that you were testing associated with this experiment?
The variable was, it was the same cookie dough, and they were before they were baked, they were at different temperature.
So, and what were the two temperatures again?
The one, cookie A, was cooked, it was in the refrigerator, then baked, and cookie B was room temperature, then baked.
Okay, so that was the variable, was the temperature of the cookie
Yes.
dough. Excellent.
That was
Now, talk to me a little bit about the controls. Obviously, with any experiment, you want to have one variable that you're actually changing between the two, A and B, but then there's a lot of control variables that you don't change. Talk to me about some of the controls in this experiment.
Some of them, of the controls were, they were both bought at the same place. They were both cooked at the same temperature. They were both in the same plastic container, and the plastic container holded the same amount of cookie dough.
Excellent. That's perfect. Ethan, tell me a little bit about some of your observation. So after you were done conducting your experiment, what did you observe?
I observed, first I brought them into the classroom. Then I brought cookie A and cookie B into the classroom. Then I each gave them out a piece of slip, a paper slip. And they said cookie A and cookie B. And if people thought they were the same, I told them to write same on the bottom and told them to write a third box.
So this is the ballot right here that you used? So they got to check either A or B or the same if they thought one tasted better than the other.
Yes, because we all know everyone has different taste buds.
Yeah, excellent point.
And this is a chart of my data that I collected. Cookie A, as you can see that is colored in red, is the refrigerator one, then baked. That one had 26 votes, as with my classmates. And the blue one, as you can see, which is B, it is the room temperature one, which had 20 votes in my classroom. And what shocked me was that only one person out of 47 people that voted put same.
Only one person?
Yes.
Wow. So in the end, after you collected your data, and then obviously you can tell that cookie A had more than cookie B, can you tell me what your conclusion was?
Well, my conclusion was that my observation matched my hypothesis, because I'm a genius, of course.
Of course.
Because the hypothesis was blue, red. That was the refrigerated cookie. One, and my hypothesis was that cookie A, which was the refrigerated one, would taste better because they're all fluffy.
Excellent. Well, this is a wonderful experiment, and it really goes a long way to helping people understand the differences in taste between cookie A and cookie B, whether it's in the refrigerator or left out.
Yes.
I really hope you'll join us again sometime on Nerd Science. Until next time, I'm Harvey Winkelstein. Ethan Cochran. Good night.